Good Shabbos. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. I am Mindy Unger-Watkins. I am the temple president. And first of all, I wanted to remind everybody to turn off your cell phones or put them on stun, whatever, so you can scare yourselves if they go off. I wanted to make sure, first of all, we've got a couple of board members here tonight. I want to point them out. So Barney, who's not paying attention at all. Barney, raise your hand. We've got Lana here. Who else do we have here? We've got Cassidy here. What other board members am I missing? Do I have them? Oh, we got Debbie. We got Brian. We got David. So I just wanted to point out that we have lots of board members here tonight. So, oh, turn around. Oh, turn around for Dell, of course. I always forget Dell. So, anyway, I just wanted to point us all out tonight. First of all, Rabbi's 30th anniversary. You've heard about this a couple of times now, but I want to make sure that everybody gets their words in and their pictures in sooner than later. The deadline is the 27th, and what we're trying to do is get that memory book together. On Rosh Hashanah, the last 15 minutes of Rosh Hashanah, we're going to do a special ceremony for Rabbi for his 30th year of doing high holidays. Yeah, go away. You don't know what we're doing. You know that it's 15 minutes at the end. That's all you know. Anyway, so we're going to do a special thing for him, but we are doing a memory book, of course, and so I want everybody to get their words and their pictures in so we can get that done for him. So please let us know what you want to do. You can go online or you can call the office. Conversion classes are starting on Wednesday, August 15th. It is not too late to sign up, and please call Rachel at the temple. And Rachel, as you know, is now the clergy assistant, and she's the new person on the staff, so call Rachel for that. Of course, what's next week? Beatles Shabbat. So next week is Beatles Shabbat, and of course, we all have to wear our 60s stuff, and it's going to be great. Religious school starts August 19th. Beth Davis is who to call for that. To enroll your kids. We are looking for everybody to enroll right now and do that. And then immediately following the first day of classes, the Mensch Club is going to be doing a cookout in the social hall. So bring everybody. The food and the drinks are free. That's a big day. So it's first day of religious school. And finally, on Wednesday, August 22nd, we're going to be celebrating the 10th anniversary of the CNT Social Senior Club, the Senior Social Club, that meets every month. And Joyce Herland, who has been our coordinator for that, is retiring. So we're going to be doing an event for her and celebrating with her a little bit. So RSVP for that, and we'd love to see you on the 22nd for that. Okay? With that, good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos, everyone. If I could ask you to please rise for a moment. Dear God, in the busyness of the week, it is often difficult to make time for silence. Dear God, in the busyness of the week, it is often difficult to slow down, to reflect upon what we've accomplished, upon what needs to get done, to reflect upon the things that are sacred and holy, that get shoved aside for the more mundane but more urgent, but not necessarily most important. And so we come to you, O God, on this Friday night to embrace the sanctity of Shabbat, the joy of its promise, and the opportunity to not only sing your praise, but to pause, if but for a minute or two or three, to clear the air and make room in ourselves for the desire and need and purpose of looking into our higher selves. Help us, O God, to reach taller towards Thee as You reach towards us. And together we will find Shabbat. Amen. You may be seated. Well, we have an answer tonight of how many Jews it takes to replace one cantor. 2. So we have our dynamic duo, Lori and Cheryl, who are with us, and of course, Ricky. So, ladies, please come forward. What is our opening song? Ma Yafeh, how beautiful. Ma Yafeh Hayom.
So this song can be done as a round. It literally means how lovely today is. May you have a peaceful Shabbat. And it's not quite the melody that I would like to sing, but it was inspired by Becky singing her version a couple of weeks ago. So we're going to sing it once together, and then we're going to split off. This side will go first, and then this side will go second, and then we'll come together at the end. All right? Ricky, hit it. Yep. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Okay, we go. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shabbat Shalom. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Beautiful.
That was really special. Thank you. Janet Duda, Marilyn Goldstein, you have the honor of kindling the Shabbat lights on page 120. Please come forward.
Okay. These Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them. So may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light. So may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu le'adlik ner, shel Shabbat.
127, we continue with reading this prayer responsively. In fact, why don't we continuing the tradition of Lori and Cheryl. This half will read one part with me, and this half will read the other part with Lori. So here we go. Let's give it a try. There are days when we seek things for ourselves and measure failure by what we do not gain.
On Shabbat, we seek not to acquire, but to share.
There are days when we exploit nature as if it were a horn of plenty that can never be exhausted.
On Shabbat, we stand and wonder before the mystery of creation.
There are days when we act as if we cared nothing for the rights of others.
On Shabbat, we remember that justice is our duty and a better world our goal.
Everybody. So we embrace Shabbat, day of rest, day of wonder, day of peace. We take a moment now to turn to our neighbor, someone new. Introduce yourselves. Wish everyone good Shabbos. All right, perhaps the stranger isn't behind you. All right, now that we are all good friends, let us welcome the Sabbath bride, Lvcnt 138.
Please join us. We're here to pray with you, not to you or for you. Lvcnt likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmi'anu el Chamiuchad, Adonai echad, U'shemo echad, L'Shem Tiferet v'Litila. Lvcnt likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lvcnt likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Please rise and greet the Sabbath bride. Bo'ii v'shalom ateret bala, gam besimcha uvetzala, toch emuneh am segula, bo'ii chala, bo'ii chala. Lvcnt likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lvcnt likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Please be seated. We turn to page 144 for the Kaddish, Hatzi Kaddish.
Yitkada ve'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach hirutei, ve'amlich malchutei, ve'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayedecho Beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uv'izman kariv, ve'imeru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach, le'olam le'al me'al maya, yitbarach, yitbarach ve'yishtabach, ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitromah ve'yitnaseh, ve'yitadar ve'yitaleh, ve'yitalal, Shemei dekudusha b'rechu, le'ela min kol birchata ve'shirata, Tushbecha tavenechemata damiran be'alma ve'imeru. Amen. Please rise for the Baruch Hu. Blake will be bar mitzvahed in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to ask him to come up and help. We turn around.
Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows.
Baruch atah Adonai Ha'ma'ari v'aravim.
As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beacons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery.
Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael
Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated. Please turn to page 154.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi netzavecha hayom al levavecha ve'shinatam levanecha V'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, uvleftecha v'derech, uv'shachvecha, uv'kumecha, uv'kshartam leot al yedecha, v'chayu letotafot b'neinecha, uv'taftam, al mezuzot beitecha, uv'isharecha. Leman tizkeru v'asitem kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe that we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot. That wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is better places, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
All right, we're going to call up our resident Micha Mocha-er. Oh, sorry. That's okay. Stay up. Do you know this one? Yeah, you know it?
Micha Mocha Ba'eli Madonai, Micha Mocha Netar Bar Kodesh, Nora Tehilot, Osei Fele, Osei Fele, Micha Mocha Ba'eli Madonai, Micha Mocha Netar Bar Kodesh, Nora Tehilot, Osei Fele, Osei Fele, Nora Tehilot, Osei Fele, Osei Fele.
Wow, we better not quit our day job. Don't go anywhere.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu, Shalom, Shalom, Hamidenu, Shomreinu, L'chaim. Ufros Aleinu, Sukkot Shlomecha, Ufros Aleinu, Sukkot Shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen.
I don't know.
Veshamru b'nei Israel et HaShabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים את הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. ביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. Please rise.
Blake.
For tefillah on page 164, page 164.
Pray as if everything depended on God. Act as if everything depended upon you.
Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanara, Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'Kaunei HaKol, V'Zocher Hasdei Avot v'Imaot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'Nechem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umashiach Umagen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayer hakol. Atah Ra le'Hoshia, Morim tatal. Mechaker hayim bechesed, Mechayer hakol baracham b'rabim. Somech noflim verofeh holim, Umatir asurim, Umechayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamo haba gevurot, Umido melach, Melech memit, Umechayem, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lechayot hakol.
Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol.
Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ukdoshim b'chol yom, yehalelu hazelach. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Very good.
We continue in our prayers quietly. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, be acceptable in thy sight. Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Lord, my rock and redeemer. Amen. Amen.
So we take a few moments for Misha Berach, a prayer of hope and healing. If there's someone in your circle of family love whose name you'd like to say, please stand and say their name.
Susie Chenman.
As we think of all these and so many others who are part of our circle of family and friend, and as we think of those who are caregivers, we ask that they be emboldened with strength and hope as well. Please rise as we join together in our Misha Berach prayer.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor Avraham Imotenu
Rhema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Well, this year we started a monthly tradition of celebrating birthdays. So what month are we on? We are in the month of August. Some may have seen my Facebook posting my mother turned Kenahora 90 this year. Unbelievable. It was great. And she looked at all of us kids and she said, I'm the healthiest one. Ha ha. Good old mom, that was the truth. So listen, growing old isn't for sissies, but sometimes you're lucky. So it's good. So those of you who are celebrating a birthday this month, you don't have to be 90, could be any year. Come on up for a special blessing and perhaps a little bit of teasing. We'll see. Over there. Come on, you guys, over here. Some more? Good, good. All right. So let's see what we have here. When is your birthday?
August 8th.
August 8th. Anyone else August 8th? August 8th? What? We had an August 8th?
15th.
15th. Oh, we have you matched. Okay. Did you know each other when you were born? No? Okay. Now you do. Marcy and Elaine.
The country.
Okay, so where were you born?
Cleveland.
Washington, D.C.
That's right next to each other. All right, Blake.
22nd.
The 22nd. Okay. Anyone else? 22nd. Okay.
Today.
Today. Woo! Surprise!
The 24th.
The 24th. All right, so you're the 22nd? All right, you're right over there. You're in between. Here we go. All right. 23rd. Come on in. Oh, the 3rd. Oh, you're way over there. All right. That's it?
That's it.
All right. So here you are spread out across the month. That's just pretty good. Who has a funny birthday memory other than today, Mindy? A funny birthday memory. Anyone? You never? Okay, then how about a special birthday memory? Oh, that's sad. No one has a good. This is sad. This is the pinnacle of their birthday celebration. Oh my God! Come on now, think hard. You're not counting. This could be when you were 3 years old. It doesn't matter. Any birthday along your life spectrum that you remember. Okay, Jim, it was a surprise one. Do you remember anything other than being surprised?
Yeah, they did multiple surprises, one in the evening, one the next day, and then one later that evening. So it was a pretty good weekend.
That's great. Was it like 6 months from your birthday to make it really a surprise? that would have really thrown you off. Well, we'll do yours in 4 months, Mindy. That would be a good surprise. All right. Blake, what about you?
I'm only 12.
You know what? No? Okay. Nothing? Doesn't have. Martha, no?
Had a great 65th birthday party.
Very good. Do you remember what you did that made it so special?
Yes, we just moved into a new house, so we combined that with the housewarming.
Very nice. So, Jack, let that be, a lesson. Every birthday she gets a new house. Okay, perfect. All right, so that's it. That's it. That's a great tradition. All right, anyone else? All right. What's that? Did Jack say something? Okay. All right. Jack, did you want to say? No. I thought he was agreeing. Okay. So, last question before we do the blessing. A life lesson from your years on this earth that you want to share. Anyone have a life lesson? Okay, come on, group. You can ask a friend. Come on now.
Always be friends.
Always be friends. Very nice. Okay.
Just say no.
Just say no. Yeah, I think you guys are dating yourselves. She grew up watching Friends. Mrs. Reagan, okay. Go ahead. A life lesson? You got? Do you have one? Anything that you want to say about living a good life?
Always be with the family.
All right, be good to your family. All right. Oh, Marcy came up with something.
Fortunately, I've had a very good life and an interesting life, and I'm thankful for what I have.
All right, so I'll translate that into a blessing. Live life to its fullest. Okay, very nice. Okay, so let's all stand. We're going to have a little birthday blessing here. James, you want to open the ark there? So someone in the group mentioned for a moment with a smile, I stopped counting. But I want, as you stand before this congregation, you may stop counting your birthdays. But the birthdays, nevertheless, still count. Because they are a moment in your life cycle and the life of the year for you to take a moment and reflect. Sometimes you reflect back from one year to the next, and other times it draws you back to younger years and where you were and where you've come from. So let this milestone be a day of a celebration for you and of you. And as your congregation is here to support you in this blessing, it's a reminder that we may enter this world, you know, with a couple people around us and maybe a little potch to get us crying. Well, if you're lucky, you are surrounded by a community of people that you can call friends, a congregation, and that's a great birthday gift. And so, Rabbanu Shalom, Master of the Universe, may you bless these who come before you with many years of satisfaction and happiness in the knowledge that they are blessed because of who they are and what they mean to our community and to their friends and to their family. May you shine upon them your love, and may that love embrace them with the power and might of your Spirit, and may it remind them that they are holy and sacred. On this, the month of their birthday, may we celebrate their life and the gift of life itself. And let us say, Amen. Mazal Tov.
Yes.
Happy birthday, you guys. You're getting a cinnamon tov.
Tov.
Mazel tov, cinnamon tov,
Mazel
mazel tov, cinnamon tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, cinnamon tov. Yehelanu, 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 Ulecho Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael.
All right, please be seated. Thank you. That's beautiful. A lot of August birthdays. That's great. Well, I begin my yearly tradition a couple months before the high holidays. Try to lose a little weight, go back to the gym. Most people start in January. I work out for the Jewish New Year's. All right? And, you know, you get with your coach, and the older you get, they remind you, before you work out, what are you supposed to do? Stretch. Stretch. And the older you get, the more you realize how important it is to stretch. When you're young, you know, it's a 2-minute stretch, and out you go, and I don't know. But you have to stretch. And why is it that you have to stretch? Why do you have to stretch, Coach? Come on, tell me why you stretch. You got to loosen up, you got to warm up, and it's to do what? To prevent injury, right? Because if you don't do the stretching and you go right into the exercise, sometimes you're going to get hurt, you're going to mess it up. Ricky, am I right? All right. Ricky's the expert. He was my coach. How many years were you my coach? A couple of years? 3 years? All right. Ricky, we gotta work harder here. All right, I'm slipping. All right. So the stretching is really important, and the tradition, if you will, of following a regimen of exercise is something that is part and parcel, and there really is no shortcut. But we try to do the shortcuts, don't we? Well, I'm here to put a Jewish spin on it. In about a month, there's a very important Jewish holiday coming, which is Rosh Hashanah. That's right. And some of us, who will remain nameless, all of us, we forget to stretch. We show up at services and we pray our heart out, but we forgot to stretch. And so what do? We go, oh, the services are too long, oh, the sermon's too this, oh, it's too cold, it's too hot. We focus on everything and anything except what the exercise of those services is all about, because we haven't stretched. We show up and we say, change me, Rabbi. I want to have a good new year. Entertain me, cantor. Sing some songs that are familiar. Let these services do their power. But you got to do the work. All right? You know, I've had some coaches, and they lay you down, and then they stretch you out. And the better coaches do what? They teach you how to stretch yourself. Because if you don't know how to stretch yourself, right, when you go home, you're not going to do it. And you don't know what to do, and you're not going to make progress. And so you come to services, and you open up that machzor. You say, oh, my familiar friend, I haven't seen you since last year. And you feel good. It's a little bit nostalgic. And sometimes it hits you. But most of the time, it's not going to do anything except be a good experience. And you'll come up to me and say, good service, Rabbi. Good sermon, Rabbi. I love the year that someone said that, and I didn't do the sermon, the assistant rabbi did. But I got credit, so it's okay. I said, they're really paying attention this year. All right. Every once in a while, there is someone who can just show up, and they can be changed. I appreciate that. I'm going to just briefly remind you of a famous example. There was a 26-year-old Franz Rosenzweig who became one of the greatest 20th century philosophers. October 1913. So to get an example, I got to go back pretty far. October 1913, he decides, as a philosopher, I'm going to leave Judaism. That's it. I'm going to go become Christian. But because it hadn't happened yet, he said, well, I'm still Jewish, so I'm going to go to high holiday services. So he goes to Yom Kippur with this whole little gestalt of guilt going that, you know what, this is it. I need to fit in society. I'm tired of being a discriminated Jew. I'm just going to, I'm going to become Franz Frank. I'm just going to fit in. And instead, those high holidays grabbed him. And it changed his life, and he ended up becoming one of the great Jewish theologians of the 20th century. But he did stretch. And I'll tell you why he stretched, because when he went in there, he was nervous and afraid. He knew that his life was in tumult and that it wasn't the way it should be. And so he thought maybe leaving the faith was the answer. And when he was done with services, the prayer stretched him this way and this way and that way. And God reached out. And finally, he reached out as well. And he realized that the hard work was not to be done for him, but by him. So Judaism has a plan. And sometimes we forget the plan. It's called the month of Elul. And Sunday begins the first day of Elul. If you were in a more traditional synagogue, you would not just hear the shofar blown on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. You would hear blown daily as you attended morning services. At the end of Shachrit, the morning service, during the month of Elul, there is a Tekiyah Gedolah that is blown. And it is a vivid reminder, stretch your soul, stretch your soul. Every day you're going to services and it's being pounded in you. And it's telling you to stretch your soul. Prepare yourself for Rosh Hashanah and the year. Prepare yourself for the awesomeness of the year to come. And that shofar, just as it calls to us on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, it calls to us all month long, because the rabbis, and really all of us, know that we can't just show up and be like little kids whose parents say, "Go on, Johnny, say you're sorry, and be done with it." But if you don't stretch, if you don't go through the process, then that's what you're doing. Sorry, I screwed up, sorry. That's really not a way to affect change at all. That's a way not even to go through the motions with sincerity. It's a matter of just getting the job done and going and saying, you know, the services weren't that good this year, nothing happened. Well, is that me who nothing happened? Or is it within you that nothing happened? For something to happen, you have to be open. And it seems like a cliche, but it's true, and it's not that easy to do. I hate stretching. I really do. I would really just rather show up for the exercise, get it done, and not have to stretch. I'd really like to just show up at Rosh Hashanah and get the job done and say, I'm a good Jew. I went, 2 times in the year and I did it, but the rest of the year, I don't have to go to services. I'll go to the fun stuff. I'll go to Beatles Shabbat and I'll be entertained, which is fine for what it is. But what about a Shabbat like this? A classic Shabbat that's been going on for 2,000 years. It's a classic stretch, is it not? To come here and to let ourselves be touched by the melodies and by the prayers. And if you were a person who would come daily, those prayers may be the same, but every time you come to them, you're not. Your mood is different, your thoughts are different, how the day has hit you, the things that bother you, the people that you encounter. You need those prayers. You need the sound of that shofar to kind of shake you up and to get you awake so that you can say, you know what? I need to make a change. That's the start. But now, God bless you, now you got to say, what do I got to change? And that's the hard part. I could give you a shortcut to that. Just ask your spouse. They'll have a long list, okay? But that's not going to work. You got to have your own list. You got to do the hard work. What do I need to do to change? And you could name 100 things, and guess what? You're doomed to failure, because no one's going to do 100 things. How about 3? How about 2? How about 1? Figure out what it is. If it's repentance, what is it that you need to ask forgiveness for? If it is tshuva, and you need to go to someone and ask their forgiveness, who is that person? What have you done? Have you truly made the resolve to not do it again? And when you come to that person with humility, maybe even embarrassment, maybe with courage, when you say the words, I am sorry, do they stretch you? Do they pull you? Do they change you? Because if the answer is yes, now you're getting the work done. And that's what the month of Elul is all about. So, beginning Sunday, give it a try. And every day for 30 days, there's something in your life that you're going to make happen every single day. You're going to do your stretches. And when you come to High Holidays this year, you're going to be ready. You're going to be ready. I ask you, are you ready to do this? Are you ready to enter the month of Elul? Let me hear you. Are you ready? Tell me if you're ready. Say, I'm ready, Rabbi. I'm ready. Are you ready? Sincerely. Okay, everybody here, me included, each day during Elul, we're going to focus on one thing. By the way, it could be the same thing for 30 days. It could be a hard thing. It could be 30 different things. Every day, one thing. So when we come to High Holidays this year, we will be ready. I conclude with a little poem that I wrote. Hineni, Abram's first response to the beckoning voice, led him on a path towards the divine. Changed forever, Abraham paved a path to the Holy One. It began with the word, Hineni, I am ready. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to dedicate that sermon to Ricky, who taught me how to stretch. Thank you. All right, what page?
You have the cue sheet.
586, we all rise.
Aleinu l'shapeach l'adon hakol, l'tekedu l'alezeh reshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpechot hadama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, Umishtachavim umodim, livnei melech, malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. V'nemar, v'chaya Adonai, lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, bayom hahu, Ushemo, Ushemo, Ushemo Echad.
May be seated. 598 is our Kaddish prayer. We recall those who have died in recent days. Anna Carlton, Annette Israel, Kenneth Karen, Russell Fletcher, Oded Dagan, Braden Liu. And those whose Yortzeit who are observed, Israel Begun, Ann Bennett, Stanley Berkowitz, Eileen Bernay, Stanley Bernstein, Rosalind Blumenthal, Ann Chenin, Bernard Cohen, Max Meyer Cohen, Gertrude DeStefano, Louis Edlovich, Harry Eisner, Barbara Fadem, Sina Leah Fishbein, Albert Friedmutter, Philip Frush, Albert Goldstein, Ida Goldstein, Pauline Gorlick, Florin Gaurav, Harry Gratz, William Hellman, Jack Hooker, Robert Jacobson, Bernard Katz, Pauline Kaufman, Lily Collins, Albert Lenoble, Matt Lepp, Lucille Levinson, Harry Levine, Jerry Lewis, Judy Liebert, Tilly Ornt Lickerman, Elaine Perlman, Anne Rabin, Hyman Rosenthal, Maureen Sablé, Rose Sandberg, Larry Sassner, David Sendro, Esther Sherman, Rosa Sokolovsky, Francis Steinberg, Miriam Watman, Barney Weingart, Philip Winnick, Margaret Wolf, and Don Yaros. If you would like to say the name of someone who is not mentioned, please stand and say their name.
Our mother, Fern Shannon.
If we think of all these, we stand to recite our Kaddish prayer. Yit Gadol v'Yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah v'Yalmad Divrach Yirutei v'Yamlich Malchutei v'Chayechon v'Yomechon v'Chayed Achol Beit Yisrael Magalav Zman Karib v'Yamru Amen Yeshmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Omei Almaya Yit Barach v'Yish Tabach v'Yit Pa'ar v'Yit Ramam v'Yit Naseh v'Yit Tadar v'Yit Taleh v'Yit Talal Shemei Dekusha Barichu Leila Min Kol Berchata v'Shirata Tush v'chata v'nechemata, dami ram b'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamayim v'chayim, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mramav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to which we say amen. May be seated. All right, special thank you to our greeters and ambassadors. Raise your hands. Yes, yay, yay, yay. If you want to learn a little bit more about the temple, greeters and ambassadors, board members, raise your hands. Members of the membership committee, raise your hands. All right. So if you are visiting, if you are a prospective new member, we welcome you. And maybe we'll take a moment. Is anyone here perhaps visiting for the 14th or 15th time? All right, you want people to recognize you? Could be your first time. Okay, but do you want to introduce yourselves anyways? All right. Very good. And what's your wife's name? Michelle. Welcome, welcome again. All right, anyone else? Anyone else who's been here maybe a couple times and wants to reintroduce themselves? The what? The Waysbergs. You have one name for all of you? What about individual names? Let's give it a try. Benjamin, okay. Cynthia. Sophia. Okay. Michael. Caroline, very good. They're trying out for a reality show. All right. We'll get your name tags. Where are you guys from? Oh my God, are you putting us on? Brazil? Anyone here been to Brazil? Look around. There's a few people who've been to Brazil, so you can do a do you know. Very good. Do you live here permanently now? Are you guys here permanently now, or did you just get lost? Oh, you just moved.
Welcome.
So now you're here permanently. All right, our signage worked. Very good. Ricky, were you in Brazil? Part of your mission work? That's great.
Yeah.
All right, anyone else visiting? All right. Anyone want to introduce themselves? Maybe you've been coming, you think, no one knows me. Oh, you've gotten your chance. You know, I hate it when people say, I went to synagogue and no one said hello to me. So I'm giving you your chance to say, here I am. I'm looking forward to making new friends. Anyone? All right. Well, good. All right. Last question before we do Kiddush and Motzi. I started a little thing at the beginning of the summer. It's called Such Nachas. Sometimes they misread it and they say such nachos, but it's not such nachos. It's nachas. That's joy. Does anyone want to share a happy thing that they want to share, something in their life that just happened, a milestone, A little brag, something? This is such a morose group. No one? Okay, go ahead. Stand up. All right, grandkids are starting school.
That is not nachas for the teachers, just saying.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, it's nachos. All right. Yes, Marilyn? Okay. Oh. Okay, Ruth? Oh, my God.
Wow.
Well, listen, they came all the way from Brazil, so they can fix stuff for all you guys, all right? Yes. Oh, very nice. Well, my granddaughter, August 20th is going to be 1. We got a little shidduch going. That's great. All right. What else? Anyone else? Any more nachos? Any more nachas?
And it's nachas for us that you came to Las Vegas.
What?
All right.
You have some nachas? What?
Yes, Justin is, my son is now the social media manager for Piff the Magic Dragon. He's the magician on the strip, so I'm very proud of him.
Really? That's terrific. All right. I don't think we can top that. All right. So, Kiddush and Motzik, there's only a couple kids here from religious school, but come on up first.
All kids come up.
Come on up.
Come on up.
Come on up. Anyone who has we stopped doing anniversaries this year, but anyone who was married in the month of August, you want to come up for Kiddush and Motzi, August anniversaries? No one married in August? I was married in August. No? All right.
You got it?
All right. Let's go.
No anniversaries?
Apparently not.
How about our new family from Brazil?
All right, our new family from Brazil.
They can
Come on up.
taste the wine here. Come on up.
If you want to come up with your kids, come on.
Nobody wants to come up? All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. L'chaim. All right. Got some challah?
Very nice. A reminder, tomorrow morning, 8:45, right there in the library, I will be teaching Torah class. I want to see all of you there. Some of you will be there. 8:45. It'll be a great session tomorrow. We have a root beer float oneg. It is float Shabbat, okay, or Sunday Shabbat. I'm looking forward to it. Let's join in our final song.
Ojavo.
Ojavo.
That's what the cantor said.
Ojavo. Shalom Aleinu. With the congregation, please rise. It's a really good, joyous song. So let's really get into it. Ojavo.
Ojavo shalom aleinu, Ojavo shalom aleinu, Ojavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Ojavo shalom aleinu, Ojavo shalom aleinu, Ojavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kulam, salam shalom. Salam aleinu ve'al kulam, salam shalom.
Should have practiced this.
Ojavo shalom aleinu, Ojavo shalom aleinu, Ojavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Ojavo shalom aleinu, Ojavo shalom aleinu, Ojavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam.
Good Shabbos.
Shabbat shalom.